Welcome back to more Guild Wars
Here,
2.
I forged the armor with this hammer. It will do the task.
Excellent. It will make a marvelous weapon. With this, we can stop Bercilak permanently.
Not just stop him, beat him to a pulp. Good luck.
Everyone in this game is so violent. Kaith is just so much into this murdering Bercilak. It's wonderful.
We must protect this location.
Now, I'm gonna have a bit of a problem actually finding out where Bercilak is, because I did not see the little green circle on the minimap. It's actually fairly hard to see when you're playing this game. I do find it. I do follow these two over here, and I don't see that that guy was Bercilak in the distance. See, I'm on the edge of the circle. If I'd gone a little bit further, I would have found out, yeah, that's Bercilak. Abandoned supplies. It looks like it's set up for something much larger than what's going to happen. And it's possible that in another storyline with a different character, with different choices, you would have something much, much bigger going on. But it would also make sense that you don't want the Nightmare Court to interfere with this. I mean, he is a Knight of the Nightmare Court, and we kind of want to beat him into a bloody pulp. So we wouldn't want them interfering, so you would take safety precautions like this. So maybe I just explained my own explanation away. That's Bercilak, by the way.
Bercilak, are you ready to fight yet?
A flimsy sprout like you will never defeat me. Even so, I'll teach you one final lesson in pain.
Last time your enchanted armor made it a bit unfair. Face me honestly and we'll see who's flimsy.
Occam's hammer. Do you think I really need my magic armor to beat you?
I like that bit there. With the entire defeat Bercilak period and then permanently. The hammer is actually a pretty good weapon. However, its skills are a bit different than your normal hammer. It appears to actually have an ice elemental, a damage for number 3. And it's just, it wields, like I said, similar to your normal hammers, but it's just a bit awkward in how it doesn't seem to quite synergize as well as your normal hammer. But what I did like, as you might have noticed, is that if you do a big smash attack on the water actually moves, and so do the things on the surface of this water. But you just literally beat up on him. He's not doing any real damage thanks to my regeneration signet, so it's slightly more broken than I would hope. But trust me, it doesn't save my skin more than it needs to. When you start taking multiple enemies, it can't out-heal it. But we almost are getting him down. He's getting really, really close. Fortunately, he does not regenerate, and his invincibility is gone. Bye-bye, Bercilak.
Good. He is truly dead. Bercilak will not rise again.
Victory! So the Nightmare Court can be beaten after all.
Never give up, Occam. Speaking of that, I fear the Nightmare Court may target you to make more armor. Would you like to come and live in the Grove with me? You'd be safer there.
Respectfully, I decline. Too much noise. You've shown me how to fight them. Now, I will.
I think I may take you up on that offer. I still mourn the loss of my beloved, but I can't stay by his grave forever.
Mourning alone only brings more sorrow. You would be welcome, and may stay as long as you like. You'll be safe there.
Safe. The Grand Duchess will soon find another way to draw the dream into darkness, and then none of us will be safe. It is her way.
It sounds like you have history with this Grand Duchess Fowlin. Did you know her well?
Perhaps once. But I don't know her anymore. Never mind. You've done well, Valiant. Enjoy this moment. Like all victories, it will fade. Come. Like Gawain, we should not dwell on sorrows. One image in your dream has been resolved, but the other, the dragon, remains. It is time to speak with the pale tree.
So, we're off to the glade. This time to speak to the avatar of the pale tree itself. It's just a quick teleport away. Like most things in areas you've explored. I was trying to figure out which teleport point was closest, but it's just that one. The Upper Commons. And it's just over here. And up we go.
Greetings, my valorous child. Kaith has told me of your deeds. I'm so proud of you.
I'm honored to meet you, Mother Tree. I dreamt of a Green Knight, and when I met Bercilak, I knew I had to defeat him. Is that because of you?
No, dear heart. I do not control the dream. I am simply its caretaker.
If you will allow, Mother, we would place the helm of Bercilak within our garden. I hope it will warn others not to fall to pride and nightmare.
An excellent suggestion. Let the lesson be that strength of heart shall always overcome strength at arms.
If I may ask, Mother, in my dream, I also saw a fierce, horrible dragon. I've been told it is my wild hunt to face this monster. Is that true?
I fear that it is. A wild hunt is a sacred thing, a burden placed by the dream upon the strongest and the bravest of my children. In your dream, you fought an elder dragon face to face. Only 2 of my children have had such a dream, yourself and Kaith. All Sylvari fight the dragon's servants, the undead, but I believe you will face Zaitan itself. I also believe you will prevail.
I understand, Mother. Thank you.
Be proud of your victory, Valiant. Spend your leisure in learning and in well-deserved joy.
Very satisfying.
I wish for the Valiant to meet my eldest child.
Traherne has returned from Or? Mother, is that wise?
Do not question the dream. We must all play our parts.
Yes, Mother Tree. I will see that it is done.
Now we get our choice here of the wonderful weapons I was commenting on a while ago. The wonderful ones that look like leaves. Now, the thing that's not loading for some odd reason is the blade part of the sword. It is the typical blue that you would expect. And I'm going to take the Avenger's Longsword because it's a very good greatsword. And we also get a Black Lion key. Apparently, there are chests that will drop from enemies. They are locked, and you need to use a key, which you can pick up on the store, or apparently through quests. So, those are always quite useful to have. And they're fairly cheap, but we won't get into that now. It's time for us to leave the Pale Tree. I'm kidding, we're just going to speak to Kaith at her home. After I do something really stupid and decide to go talk to the armor repairer And I think I start to sell some things.
Farewell.
The difficult thing is getting this part to trigger. If you've said no, you kind of have to walk quite a ways away from it in order to get it to trigger. This is just a generic problem the game seems to have.
At last you return from Ore, brother. What news?
Zaitan's power is growing, and the Risen carry its corruption.
Greetings, Valiant. I want you to meet Traherne, another of the Silvari Firstborn. Only a few of the Firstborn have wild hunts. I am one. Traherne is another. I believe he carries the heaviest burden of us all.
More difficult than fighting an elder dragon?
Our task is tangible, if dangerous, young Valiant. His is ephemeral. There may be no solution.
I'm glad to meet you, Valiant, but I'm afraid we have no time for proper welcomes. There is a more immediate matter at hand. Warden Tegwin patrols the beach at Anwin, destroying the Risen that wash in from Ore. We exchanged many letters on the subject. The last missive was written during a recent storm, and mentioned an Orion artifact she'd seen wash up on the beach. Tegwin said she intended to retrieve it, but since then I've heard nothing. I fear for her safety.
I'd be happy to go and look for her, Traherne. If she's in trouble, I'll lend her a hand.
Good. It will be useful for you to see what we are fighting, Valiant. Ore is growing stronger day by day.
I'm ready to witness the dragon's corruption. I'm not afraid. As soon as I know more about what's happened to Tegwin, I'll contact you.
So, that's our next story mission.
Eat my dust!
It's quite a ways up, and in line with the current set of quests we have to do. We'll get to that one much later. Just looking around, trying to figure out which one of these quests to do, and I remember that there was a scout there. And I think that's where we're going to head off to visit. And that's where we'll end it. If my memory is serving me correctly. Because, yeah. It's literally just over here. I think I decided to kill a crab along the way to try and bring my diversity of kills up. So, it's for one of those lovely, it's a daily quest thing. It grants you various rewards. I think I try and figure out the safest way around. There really isn't difficult to get over here. But we'll talk to him and we'll see you later. I am Stomping Llama. We'll see you next time. Signing out.
The Saugersort Quaggins and Hazupal Grounds Heilig are all that keep the Crate from complete dominance of Quetzal Bay. Neither can truly stand against the Crate and win. We don't interfere in the affairs of outsiders, but protecting the Bay benefits us as well. We'd be indebted to anyone who brings peace to these waters.